In this video, we're going to solve question 21 of the 2021 Junior Mathematics Olympiad first round. The question goes like this. An arc of length 10.8 cm subtends an angle of 1.2 radians at the center of a circle. Calculate the radius of the circle. So let me draw the diagram for that. So we have a circle here. So we have a circle, and then we have the center of that circle here. And then we have some arc cut out by an angle at the center, and the measure of this angle is 1.2 radians. And then the length of this arc here is 10.8 centimeters. So let me mark out the arc that we're referring to in red. So the length of this arc here is 10.8 centimeters. Okay. So before we continue, I'll just talk about what's the unit of measuring angles radian is. So a radian is the angle such that the length of the arc that it subtends is equal to the radius of the circle. This will make more sense with a diagram. So let me just draw another circle here and demonstrate what a radian is. So if we have a circle here and we have an arc marked out from the center, so this is the center of the circle. If the radius of this circle, if the length of this arc is r, is equal to the radius of this circle, that's the radius here is r, radius here is r, and the length of this arc is r, then this angle here is 1 radian. So that's what a radian is. So it's more like the angle that subtends an arc that has a length equal to the radius of a circle. And if you have an arc of length, if you have an angle of 2 radians, for example, from the center of a circle, so this here, like if this whole angle here is 2 radians, then that means that the length of this arc here is going to be 2r, since it's 2 radians, right? That's how it works. And if you have another arc here whose angle measure is xr, that's x radians, for example, then the measure of this arc here is going to be xr. So that's how it works. So if the measure of an angle from the center of a circle is xr, is x radians, then the measure of that arc, the length of the arc that angle subtends, is going to be x times the radius of the circle. So let's come back to this question now. So we're told that this arc here is subtended by an angle of 1.2 radians. So what this means is that the length of this arc here, that's the red portion, which we're given is 10.8 cm. That means that 10.8 centimeters is equal to, the measure of this arc is 1.2 radians. And if you remember from what we discussed here, we said that if the measure of an arc is x radians, then the length of that arc, that's if the measure of an angle from center of a circle is x radians, then the length of the arc that it subtends is going to be xr. So this here, 10.8 centimeters, is going to be equal to, since we have 1.2 radians here, it's going to be 1.2 times the radius of this circle, and that's what we're asked to find. So since we're looking for the radius, we just solve this equation that we have here. We'll divide both sides by 1.2, and we'll have that r equals 10.8 centimeters divided by 1.2, and then 10.8 divided by 1.2 is 9. So we have that r is 9 centimeters. And option E here is the correct answer to this question. So let me just talk about these radians, about the units of measuring angles, radians. So like I said before, if the measure of an angle at the center of a circle is x radians, then the length of the arc that angle is facing is going to be x times the radius of that circle. So if you have an angle of 1 radian at the center, then the measure of the arc that angle is going to face is going to be 1 times the radius, which is just the radius. If you have an angle of 2 radians at the center of a circle, then the measure of the arc that angle is going to face is going to be 2 times the radius, which is 2r. So that's how this works. This is how to go about solving this question of the exam.